During arguments in a major firearms rights case on Wednesday, conservative justices on the U.S. Supreme Court appeared willing to strike down New York State's limits on carrying concealed handguns in public.
If the purpose of the Second Amendment is to allow people to protect themselves, that's implicated when you're in a high-crime area. It's not implicated when you're out in the woods.
Conservative Chief Justice John Roberts questioned the reasoning behind New York's practice of giving unrestricted licenses more freely in rural areas compared to densely populated centers like Manhattan.
Well, how many muggings take place in the forest?
New York Solicitor General Barbara Underwood, who was defending the law, highlighted the need to regulate concealed guns to promote public safety, noting that the prospect of proliferating firearms in the New York City subway system terrifies a lot of people.
I take your point that there is a different risk in the city, but there is also a different public safety consideration.
But conservative Justice Samuel Alito suggested the law disadvantages, quote, law-abiding citizens.
All these people with illegal guns, they're on the subway, they're walking around the streets, but the ordinary, hardworking, law-abiding people I mentioned, no, they can't be armed.
The court's conservative judges, who hold a 6-3 majority, appeared more sympathetic to a pair of gun owners, joined by the New York affiliate of the NRA, who brought the challenge against the state's restrictions. The case could yield the most important gun rights ruling in more than a decade, potentially imperiling certain restrictions nationwide. Survivors of gun violence, including David Hogg of the Parkland Massacre, spoke outside the court.
We are here fighting for what we already know, which is our right to not be shot.
And former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, who was shot in the head in 2011.
Words once came easily. Today I struggle to speak, but I have not lost my voice.
Advocates for gun restrictions fear that the New York case could threaten other state and local measures, such as red flag laws targeting the firearms of people deemed dangerous by the courts, expanded criminal background checks for gun buyers, or restrictions on selling untraceable ghost guns. The Supreme Court's ruling is due by the end of June.